Getting close to the helix. Just need to sneak up ahead. There might be some Iron Hand around. There it is! Damn, looks pretty beat up. Take those guys out and get to the chopper. Get this bird airborne. We can get it some new parts back at base camp. Not bad.
Glad you're here. An Iron Hand scouting party is in the area. We need someone to pilot this Angel and fend them off. The Angel's rifle should have plenty of range to defend the outpost, if you're a decent marksman. Incoming. Keep your eye on the radar for enemy movement. the Angel. Put some holes in some iron heads. Just come back when we need support again. Deal?
Great job!
You're just in time. We need a pilot. Now. Incoming enemy forces on the highway. We got no defenses set up yet. Get in the bomber and smash them to dust before they get here. Plenty of large ordnance lying around. Use them on hard targets as needed.
Airmech energy at 0. Recharge.
Operational in no time.
5x5, pilot.
Good to see you, pilot. We got a problem on our hands. We're running low on resources, and the Hand have set up an outpost just beyond our walls. We need you to take the outpost so we can safely resupply. Take the saucer. You should be able to teleport in units to capture the outpost. The outpost is heavily defended for an air-led assault. Recommend using the abduct ability to reprogram enemy units and form your attack.
energy at 0. Recharge. Energy at 0. Recharge.
Nice work, pilot. Keep the saucer. Should come in handy.
Mission complete. All right, pilot. The downed Warthog is somewhere in the mountains ahead. Find it, then rescue Hawk. The bridge is blocked. There must be a power source nearby. That should do the trick.
I think I need a bigger gun for this.
There it is. Keep climbing.
System's online, but there's a problem. The engines are busted, and I've got incoming enemy air.
Air targets shouldn't be a problem. The main gun has surface-to-air capabilities. We found the bunker Hawk is being held in. Location marked on your map.
Thanks. I thought I was done for. Let's get out of here.
We've set up a defensive evac point farther north. Get there.
Radar indicates a sizable force incoming.
I've got an idea. Go to the North Bridge. It'll be a bottleneck. The Wardhog's cannon will tear them to shreds in line.
Nice work, pilot. Now let's get out of here.
Thanks again. I owe you one. Anytime you need a hand, let me know.
Mission complete.
Glad you're here, pilot. There's a civilian convoy inbound as we speak. We need to get them safely through this pass.
We have assigned you a small task force and an Osprey-class air mech. Use the Osprey's heal beams to keep your forces alive. We're expecting heavy enemy resistance. Convoy has arrived. Move out! Well done, pilot.
Hey, soldier. Welcome to Hyro Pass. We're down a pilot. We need to get these civilians across to safety. We got the best machine for the job here, and an escort platoon at your disposal. Hop in the Paladin. The convoy should arrive shortly. Use the Paladin's defensive aura to keep things alive. And use the Paladin's offensive aura for some extra firepower when it's needed. Convoy's here. Mount up, folks. It's hammer time.
Mission complete.
This is as close to the base as we could get without being detected. You're going to have to hoof it from here. Infiltrate the base and steal the new air mech before the AI is installed. Careful, turrets and units can still detect you with their scanners. So this is where the Hand is keeping their new toy, huh? Keep your eyes peeled, pilot. That Neo should be around here somewhere. Well done. Let's see what's under the hood, huh? Huh. Looks like the Neo is equipped with stealth tech. It can become invisible for short periods of time. Interesting. The Neo can also reprogram inbound enemy missiles with new targeting data. The Hand has sent reinforcements. With these abilities, you can slip past them with ease. Head northeast and bring this thing home for further inspection. One thing's for sure, it's in dire need of a new paint job.